Well, thanks everyone for attending the 15th annual Navigating the American Carbon World Conference. We've got a jam-packed agenda for the next couple of days and a super jam-packed agenda for this morning, and we're all looking forward to it. I wanted to take just a few moments, first of all, to thank all of you for coming, and in particular to thank all of you who have graciously sponsored the conference, including our gold sponsors, CBL Markets, Pacific Gas and Electric, Southern California Gas Company, and Latham & Watkins. We really appreciate it. It makes events like this possible, and it really is our pleasure to be here with many of the global leaders in the climate policy area. Over the past year, the global community has forged ahead to address climate change. We've seen the Paris Agreement come into force long before anybody thought it would happen. We've seen the Montreal Protocol signatories approve additional phase-out of HFCs at Kigali. We've seen the International Civil Aviation Organization sign up for emission reductions within the aviation industry. Here in California, we've seen passage of SB 32, which is going to achieve reductions in emissions to 40% below 1990 levels. And on top of that, we've seen the start of the cap and trade program in Ontario, and they'll soon be joining the Western Climate Initiative along with Quebec and California. A lot of many positive actions being taken, and a lot that I'm sure I haven't mentioned. But what have we also seen? The warmest year in recorded history, global carbon dioxide levels surpassing the symbolic 400 ppm level, serious scientific concern that we cannot limit warming to 2 degrees C, much less 1.5, an initial estimate saying that even if we fully meet the Paris agreements, we'll only get down to 3.4 degrees. And on top of all of that, in case some of you don't know, we have a new US president with a decidedly anti-climate slate of policies and appointments. So the challenges are enormous. But against this backdrop, I wanted to welcome all of you to Navigating the American Carbon World 2017. This is North America's premier carbon policy event, and it's our privilege to host you, the leaders spearheading action on climate change here in the US, in Canada, in Mexico, and around the globe. In these turbulent times, we must strengthen our commitment and resolve to push forward with pioneering and aggressive climate change solutions. The challenge we face demands no less. Dangerous human-induced climate change is already upon us, and our children and grandchildren will not forgive us for failure, and we will not fail. As President Kennedy once said, all problems are man-made, therefore they may be solved by man. No problem of human destiny is beyond human beings. And here we are, state, provincial, and other governments that are stepping up to the challenge and making stronger commitments to emission reductions and clean energy investments as we build a sustainable 21st century economy. We are here to appreciate the importance of and the opportunity to collaborate with our neighbors, build upon knowledge and experience of successful emission reduction programs, and expand the reach and scope of actions that combat global climate change. There are risks and costs to a program of action, no question about it, but they are far less than the long-range risks and costs of inaction. Again, if I may paraphrase President Kennedy, we choose to find solutions, not because they are easy, but because they are hard, because that goal we serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills, because that challenge is one that we are willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one which we intend to win. That is the challenge before us all, and all of you in this room are leading that charge. We're honored to have so many leaders here, and we look forward to a vibrant exchange of ideas for the next couple of days. Again, I want to thank all of you for coming. Enjoy your time in San Francisco, and let's have a very positive and open exchange of ideas. Thank you.